are officially here. Hello, YouTube.
And TikTok.
Hey, that's something new.
We are trying something new today. We figured we would come to you live on both platforms. We don't know if anyone can hear us on the TikTok, but hopefully you can hear us here on YouTube Live. We are super excited to be here in our final countdown before we head out onto the Carnival.
The Carnival Venezia. Here we go. You've got 8 days till you board.
I just was on Carnival's site and I saw that and I panicked a little. It has been a journey getting here between travel to Barcelona, between figuring out what to do in each of these ports. There are some amazing epic ports that we're going to be going to. And so today we'll talk a little bit about the ports that we're going to. We'll talk a little bit about the ship. I know last time we talked about the ship ad nauseum and y'all tuned in and listened. We appreciate that. And so for today, we thought we would talk through just kind of the sailing itself.
Yeah.
It's my first transatlantic. Don't know what to expect with my first transatlantic. I'm curious for what 6 sea days in a row will look like.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, the most you've done is on the Panama Canal transit. And that was
2 sea days in a row.
2? Is that it?
maybe 3.
Not very much. Okay,
not a lot of sea days. It is preparing me for Hawaii.
Yes.
So on my bucket list is sailing over to Hawaii.
Which Hawaii is only like a 5 days concurrently. But you just get it on both ends, which is the difference.
Absolutely. Do we have a chat window that we can see? Okay, fantastic. I just want to make sure that we've got the chat up.
Yes.
See you there. I'm super excited.
Yes, Travels RS. That is so exciting for sure.
Thank you, William. That is very kind. Looking great. So the lighting is working. We've got a new Carnival display. We figured just in time for Venezia, we would put up some of our favorite pieces.
Sorry, TikTok, you're not seeing it right now.
Yeah,
I know
that's right.
I'll just do a quick shift. Pardon my hands here. There we go.
This is going to totally screw up the camera angle for the rest of y'all. Sorry about that.
No,
okay,
it's good.
There
you go.
Come on,
all
back.
Right, we're back. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
hey Tracy, thank you so much.
I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, we're a little quick.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, we are super excited. Thank you, Tracy.
Yes.
I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I just read a news article this morning. They're predicting it is the 3rd busiest Memorial Day travel ever in the history of Memorial Day travel. They are saying it is the 3rd busiest of all time.
Oh my gosh.
That makes me a little nervous, but it's going to be fine.
It is.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be great.
I'm actually flying out on Tuesday night of next week. I fly into Minnesota, North Dakota to meet up with one of my buddies, or the buddy that I'm sailing with, because Rocky sadly is not going to be joining me this trip. And we are going to then fly on Thursday. We get into Barcelona on Friday. And then, like I said, we'll talk through some of the things that we are looking to do.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the reason why we wanted to do this is in the event that you are going to Barcelona, you're going on a transatlantic cruise. Our hope is that this actually provides it reduces a little bit of the stress that, quite honestly, we've had in terms of the experiences and all the items that we've picked. And so that's what we wanted to do today, share a little bit about the work that we're doing, as well as share. You're blocking
I'm so sorry about that. This is in a bad spot.
Do you need something?
Just responding to a TikTok question.
Go ahead and give it an answer.
I know.
Whoa. Okay, he's gonna type it while we go. This is live TV, folks. Live stream,
this
folks.
Is fun.
I guess. Oh my gosh, we're learning, we're growing.
We've got a lot going on here. This is so much fun.
We're learning and growing.
Okay, sorry for cutting you off there, Mark.
Okay.
What you got going on?
No worries. What I was going to say is, so Carnival Venezia, inaugural sailing, first time ever sailing as a Carnival brand, as we've talked about previously on the channel, and as we've talked about on Twitter and on our website, and pretty much everywhere. Carnival Venezia is a former Costa ship coming on over to the Carnival Cruise Line brand. They have retrofitted the ship to remove all of the Chinese characters and language and put in English signage. They've also removed some of the former Costa restaurants, and they're putting in a whole bunch of newness on this ship. And so if you have questions about the ship, about any of the features that they're adding, drop those into all of the chats, any
Yes.
of the chats. Just answer the question live. No need to type.
Hey,
See,
there you
that's
go.
exactly what I was saying.
No need for this.
Thanks, Walter. Appreciate you. And so come on, let's come on back to. I want to see actually. Can we show one of my favorite spaces, the Marco San Polo? I don't think that's what it's called. Rocky knows. I've said this
San
before.
Marcos Square.
San Marco Square.
Inside the ship, right?
Yes, inside the ship. Rocky knows
Sweet.
all
That's
of the Italian. He knows how to pronounce all of the things.
You're putting me on the spot. I don't know.
But look at this. Look at this square. Who has seen an atrium like this on a Carnival Cruise Line ship? Now, for those of you on the TikTok, we invite you on over to. I didn't think about that. Invite you on over to the website.
Yeah, right. So what we'll do for you on TikTok is at the end of today's broadcast, we will share a link to this live video so that you can actually see what's going on.
It's a great call.
We do have some overlays that we're throwing onto the screen right now on our YouTube video. So, just kind of sharing those details with y'all that we will share that with you at the end of today's broadcast.
Good news, if you're taking notes, you'll be able to very quickly Google any of these sorts of things. So last week, who was it that suggested the City Pass? I know you wrote it down.
That was Katie.
Was it Katie? Katie, thank you, Katie, last week for suggesting the City Pass in Barcelona. It absolutely streamlined so much of what we're going to be doing in Barcelona. And so another person suggested Devour Tours. If you've heard of Devour Tours, essentially it's a way to see a city, to experience some of the eateries, experience some of the local drinks, experience some of the local neighborhoods. And so we've leveraged Devour. We've leveraged, what did I just say? Devour, the City Pass. We've also leveraged Viador. So we always recommend booking through the cruise line, because the cruise line, if something happens on your excursion, the cruise line will wait for you. And we have been waited for multiple times over the years our cruises.
It's true. Yeah. So there's that nice guarantee. Even if your excursion ends up getting a significant delay and the ship has to leave port, they'll find a way to get you to the next port, which is really nice. Yeah. So always going through the cruise is the best, smartest route. However, you're kind of going through some other means here, but you're doing it in a safe manner. You know that you're going to have at least a 2-hour buffer before the ship is scheduled to leave the port to make sure that you're back on in time and there's no delays there. So that's smart.
So the Viador tours we've booked have been either in Barcelona or have been at the very start of the day, and gives us like 6 hours, gives us multiple hours to get back on the ship.
Right.
Where's Walter TV asked, what am I most looking forward to on the ship? I am literally most looking forward to trying some of the new food venues. I realize I'm going to Spain and I'm looking forward to trying Carnival Cruise Line food. I get that that's probably embarrassing, and I probably should restate that. I'm really looking forward to experiencing the new cultures, the new cities, the new ports, of course, all of that. But Il Viaggio, a brand new restaurant.
Brand new restaurant. It's all Italian. It's not to be confused with our Cucina del Capitano. It's very different. As you can see here, it's way more upscale. It's beautiful.
Candace is getting on the ship on 7.5.
Oh, hey, Candace, that's amazing.
So we are going to be telling you all things Carnival Venezia. We're going to talk about the restaurants, the food, the events, the things you can expect. But Il Viaggio, super excited about that. Oh, and by the way, we booked it very first night.
Yes, we did.
We booked Il Viaggio the night one, so we can be one of the first people to come out to all of y'all. That's weird. We're going to come to you to share the food, the menu, the photos. We've shared some of that information already. I can't see what it is.
I know. I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. So we got a message from Brandy Pearson. I'm very excited for your upcoming videos of the ship. I'm booked on her 2 times in 2024. Thank you for the goods on the Magra Dome, sailing in January and again in November.
Thank God for the gods.
Oh, the gods.
Gods.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It's going to be chilly in some of our ports, I have a
Right.
feeling.
Well, and even being a New York-based ship, there's going to be a lot of chilly days. So
Yes.
for
So
sure.
for those of you just tuning in that aren't familiar with the Magradome and why we love the Magradome so much, it's that whoosh, that roof that
Does it make that noise?
Whoosh. It actually, hopefully they've greased it so it doesn't sound as squeaky as the Conquest.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Carnival Conquest. Oh, great ship. Oh, Rocky's bringing up the Magradome. You can kind of see it here on the screen.
Yep.
That roof that closes over Lido, which makes the pools, the spaces climate controlled, and you can use that space anytime. I'm so excited for this ship. I'm so excited for this ship. It is truly unlike, I mean, for those of you who have seen pictures or videos or watched anything that we've done so far, you know this is unlike any Carnival Cruise Line ship in the history. Now, Carnival Corporation,
yes,
with P&O and Princess. What are all my Carnival brands?
We got Princess, Holland America Line, P&O, Seabourn, Carnival Cruise Lines.
So Carnival Cruise Lines. I mean, we've had some wild Carnival ships over the days.
Yeah.
We have had some wild ships over the days.
Yeah.
But this is Carnival upscale.
It kind of is.
I mean, when you look at it, it reminds me very much of some of the work that that Carnival has done with the XL class.
Yeah, very much.
Modern, fresh, new, and so we're super excited about the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been cool. It's been super cool, by the way, as well. Thank you to everyone who has dropped us emails, sent us comments, posted notes. That has been truly super helpful. Like I said, we've discovered several things because of you, and we've leveraged the heck out of Google. We've asked everyone we know. We put on YouTube, we put a community post. The community spoke, and we listened, and we're going to Montserrat based on the YouTube community.
Well, shall we pull up our itinerary onto the screen for everyone to see?
We can, and for those of you on TikTok, we'll talk through all of the itinerary stops, where we found them, all of that good stuff.
Cool.
So
let me pull that up right now.
You can still see it. Okay, great. I was just gonna say one thing. We fly to Barcelona on Thursday.
Right.
We get there Friday.
Yes.
One of the questions that I've been asking folks that have been to Barcelona is, can we do stuff Friday night, or are we going to be just exhausted?
Right.
Because one of the things that I really would like to do on Friday night is this Tapas, Taverns, and History tour. It brings you through the Gothic quarter of Barcelona, which sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And it has tapas. You try the paella. Of course, everyone has told me you've got to try paella. You stop at several historic places. One of the places I think was opened in 1927, another in 1945. So so cool. These amazingly historic spots in Barcelona. It's a 3.5-hour tour.
Right.
And several folks have warned me. They're like, "Oh gosh, you don't want to do anything when you get in on Friday night." And then just this morning, one of my college buddies messaged me and he said, "You do not want to go to sleep on Friday night because it will screw up the rest of your weekend schedule."
Okay.
He's like, "So absolutely go out and do Friday night." So I'm like, "Wait a minute, which is it? Do I hang out on Friday night, or do we call it an early night?" So I'm torn. But this is what we will book. This is through Devour. Devour has an amazing array of experiences in the various cities around the world that you're visiting. Mm-hmm. If you're looking to try local cuisine, local drinks, tours, sites, like I highly recommend. This actually came at the recommendation of one of my coworkers.
Nice. Okay. It looks really cool. I mean, I've gone through the pictures, and unfortunately, we can't scroll through the individual pictures on the screen right now. But so cool. Well, I'm really jealous.
Super cool.
Wish I was going with you.
So that's Friday night, and then Saturday. Saturday's a busy day.
Yes.
Saturday is where we discovered the City Pass.
Yeah, City Pass, right.
Oh, and we start off the day with another Devour tour, ironically. So we start off with more tapas. So we're going to be tapas. We're going to live the life of Spain. Truly. And so this one includes. I upgraded to include the drinks package.
Why not?
So you can add a drinks option to this one. But again, you check out various local spots where you try tapas, and they pair it with wines, or there's a wine, there's a cava, there's even a fresh from the tap, not a bourbon, not a gin, whiskey.
Oh, is it a whiskey from the tap?
Something. It's something like that. But it sounds like a super cool excursion.
Yeah.
Again, the pricing for these, I would say, remember, you're getting food, you're getting drink, you're getting the experiences, you're getting to stop at multiple places. We're going to a local market in this one. So we're actually going to get to see a little market in place. So
cool.
Lots of cool experiences, and it's pricing similar to what I would say would a Carnival excursion be.
Oh, nice.
So check out Devour when you are visiting a new town. There are super cool excursions, and they're all limited to about 10 to 12 people per, like this one, max 12.
Nice.
Which you definitely want to book in advance, because there are a lot of them that have sold out. So the ones that we've been looking at, there's a lot that are sold out. So,
right.
but these ones still.
That's great. It's always nice having a more intimate tour when you go on these types of excursions. It really makes it a better experience, because you're getting to see everything and you get to hear the presenter, which is always a challenge on those larger groups.
Absolutely.
That's great. For those of you that are joining in on TikTok, thank you so much for coming in. I know that you're not able to see the slides that we're presenting on our YouTube channel, but rest assured, we are going to post all of this on our YouTube channel at the conclusion of today's production. So again, thank you for popping in. We'll do our best to stay engaged with you all up there throughout today's presentation. There is a question, someone asking about how to book a cruise. Find the cruise line that you want to go on, and they've got a really easy booking engine across all of the different cruise lines. We are not cruise advisors at this point in time. It's something we're working on for the future. But right now, that's going to be our best advice.
Food tours are the best. See?
Yes,
Where's
Walter
TV agrees with us. That's fantastic. Where's Walter Travel, excuse me, agrees with us.
Yes.
Food tours are the best. I've never done one, Walter. This is our first one ever. And so I'm super excited to hear that indeed is going to be a successful day.
Right.
And then what terrifies me actually is the next slide.
Ooh, the next one?
This next screen. And it's all of the other things that we're doing in Barcelona on Saturday. So of course,
Sagrada Familia.
We're going to be doing that. That was the outside of Montserrat. Sagrada was the other. Food tours on all cruises. That's a great tip. We've never done a food tour.
We have not. Why?
Oh, I don't know. We love food. Food is one of our 3 things we talk about in every single ship review that we ever do. Food, drinks, and entertainment. Right. Those are. We should probably add ports and anyway. So Sagrada Familia is we finished the tapas and drinks. We head straight on over to Sagrada Familia. We've got a tower access, so we'll be going up and we'll be touring the tower, which is super exciting.
I'm actually going to make this a bigger screen so that everyone can really see what's going on there. Yeah.
So we enjoyed the tower. We have access to the entire facility. We'll be there for a couple of hours before we go to Parkwell. And so we've got tickets to Parkwell. And then throughout the day, we'll also have access to the hop-on, hop-off bus.
That's so cool.
What I've realized is, while we were super excited about the hop-on, hop-off bus, I don't know when we're going to have time to use the hop-on, hop-off bus. Because if we book the excursion on Friday night, we have if we have Saturday all day booked, right? I don't know, because Parkwell isn't until 7:30 at night.
Oh, you have a long day.
So tips and tricks for Barcelona that I've learned, or Spain, people don't eat until 9 or 10. Like, I can get reservations at 5 p.m. Not that I would. I can get reservations at 5 p.m. anywhere across that entire city, no questions asked. Yeah. But you look at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., they're sold out.
Oh my gosh.
People just eat later, which is good to know. Hi, Kate.
Katie! Welcome back. We already mentioned you, but we're going to still continue to talk because you gave us some great advice on the City Pass, which, Mark, I think you're getting ready to talk about,
I'm talking about it right now.
Oh, you are.
That's on the screen. So the City Pass is giving us access to, by the way, City Pass, if you want to sponsor us, hey. City Pass is giving us access to the hop-on, hop-off bus, Sagrada Familia, the Parkwell, a variety of other things as well. And so super exciting. super exciting for that.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the comment on there for user services. They can, oh gosh, absolutely.
Put that up on the screen here.
Put it up on the screen and share it with our friends.
Yeah, so Where's Walter Travel? Thank you so much for that comment. For booking cruises, most travel advisors are free to use their services. They can be a huge help for comparing ships so you can get on the correct ship for what you want to do.
And I'll tell you, we've had a bunch of folks email us over the past probably 6 months asking us for, or email us or message us on Twitter asking us for tips or tricks or rooms.
Yes.
Like literally we get a ton of questions about rooms. And so honestly, services provided to you free by this cruise line. Email us, talk to us. We love chatting about different rooms. We love researching deck plans.
Yes.
So we'll give you tips and tricks. We'll tell you observations we make based on previous experience on ships and share kind of what we think of the rooms that you're looking at.
Absolutely. Yeah. So please feel free to hit us up on any of our channels of communication.
Zoo for the kids.
Katie, that sounds like a blast. She's taking her kids to the zoo. That's going to be really cool. Seeing a Barcelona zoo.
My allergies would not be super friendly with
that.
Please don't do that. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
So Saturday is booked. We still haven't figured out what we're doing Saturday night for dinner, but I figure between Friday, Saturday, and what we're about to see on Sunday, I think it's going to be a low-key dinner on. Although my cruise buddy wants to. So Barcelona, here's a fun fact for those of you foodies out there. Barcelona is one of the top 10 Michelin star rated cities in the world, restaurants in the world.
That's cool.
And so we've looked at probably a dozen plus Michelin star restaurants that we could go to. We're just worried that after a day like Saturday, after Friday, Friday, no. After a day like Saturday, we're like, are we going to want to get dressed up and go to one of these fancy restaurants? And then Sunday, we're in Montserrat all day. And so we're trying to still figure out the dinners we're still trying to figure out dinners.
Right.
So if you have tips or tricks, if you've been to Barcelona and have tips or tricks on places to eat, drop those in.
Ooh, what? Oh, I'm throwing that on the screen right now. For those of you on TikTok, we just got a notification from Katie that they are having a beer festival that weekend in Barcelona.
I am so tired already. I'm so excited. I'm going to be so tired getting on this ship. But we're still going to bring lots of content on the ship. So
all right, let's look at Sunday, shall we?
Yeah, let's do Sunday. Cool. Sunday is Montserrat. Again, this was directly based on feedback from the YouTube community. Y'all said we had to go to Montserrat. I'll tell you, the pictures look unbelievable. We're taking a cogwheel train.
That's so cool.
I don't know what a cogwheel train is, but we're taking a cogwheel train to Montserrat, or up the.
Yeah,
we're going there. Yeah. We're going there via train and air-conditioned bus. There's a couple of stops along the way. Yeah. And then we'll have time. We'll have a tour of Montserrat, the monastery, and some other spaces up there, which I'm super excited about because it looks unbelievably beautiful. Yeah. And then what's really cool, I'm super excited about. My buddy is not as excited about this part. Well, he's excited about the lunch. So there's a full lunch, multi-course lunch at I'm gonna let you say that.
Oh gosh. Hola de Mas Chateau. Oh, it's French. Excuse me. My French is not what it should be. Like I can do the other stuff, but French is kind of out of my
It's lunch. You get to tour the cellar. They've got a dinner or lunch location set up there where you can enjoy a 3-course meal. I am super excited about that experience because it will be. I mean, how cool is that? Expert-led sommeliers.
That's cool.
They pair each course with wines from this historic cellar. So that is a 9-hour tour in Montserrat.
I just want to bring up a comment that Tracy put up on chat here. She said that the train was the coolest and scariest thing she's ever experienced in her life.
Tracy, that was part of the reason. I think you mentioned that last week. I think, or someone mentioned it last week. I think it was you mentioned that it was a scary train ride. We were like, we got to do it. We got to live on the edge. And super excited.
I mean, if you've tuned into our YouTube channel, you notice that we just put up a video of the zip rider from Icy Strait Point in Hoona, Alaska. from last summer.
We are adrenaline.
We are adrenaline junkies. Yep.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Are you going to be in location where you can do that scary toboggan ride down the hilly road?
I would always do a toboggan ride down the
Walter,
hills.
send us the details, or we're going to have to do some research. We have not heard
I'm
about
my
that.
Diet Mountain Dew on screen. Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you need
Hey.
to cover that.
No, hey.
That is really cool. Thank you for letting us know about that. We're going to make a note of it and look that up.
Another thing to Google.
I know.
So Montserrat Sunday night, we'll get back into Barcelona Sunday night, and then we'll figure out what we do for dinner, or we're just gonna crash. I'm not sure which, because the very next day is embarkation morning.
Yes.
So our check-in spot, we are A1,
Yes.
and our embarkation check-in time is 9 a.m. So super excited for that. For anyone that knows us, you know we. It's in Portugal. The toboggan
That's
run is
okay.
in Portugal. That's
You're
okay.
going to Portugal.
Next time.
You're going to Portugal.
I am going to Portugal.
Oh, Madeira. No, it was. Thank you, though. Thank you, Walter.
Monday.
Yes.
Embarkation.
Yes.
We get to the port as early as we can. We always try to get the check-in time as early as we can.
Right.
And so 9 a.m. I'm super excited to be able to leave the hotel first thing early Monday morning, because we're gonna have to train it or taxi it, or we'll have to get to the port.
Figure that out.
We're gonna figure that out. Yep. And we'll get to the port probably an hour before even our check-in time, and just like hang out with our luggage. That's fine. It's gonna be okay. I do plan to bring soda. So as you did confirm, what can we take on board?
Yeah. So you can bring on a 12-pack of soda. They have to be in cans. They can't be glass. Not that you're going to easily find glass, I would imagine. But yes, it is per person. And then you can also bring on up to 750 milliliters of wine or champagne when you board, per person as well.
Which, you better believe they're visiting that underground winery or that cave.
Yeah.
I'm going to, unless Oye.
Yeah, right.
Oh, how
Whatever
do you say
that one.
Oye? No, you don't.
I'd have to pull it up again. I'm not going to do that.
OLL.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, so we are excited to bring some wine, bring some soda on board. And then, of course, the stops that we have. Can you pull up the entire itinerary? Because the stops we have are just amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. So we'll be leaving Barcelona on Monday. Actually, we'll be doing a live event from the ship before sail away.
Yeah.
So 5 p.m. Barcelona time is when sail away is. We'll be doing the live event at 4 p.m. So an hour before sail away. It's early here. It's early in the States.
It is. But I'm going to go ahead and drop actually a link to that live event in the chat right now.
Cool. That's cool.
I don't know why there's so many spaces there.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, fantastic. And then we're doing it intentionally.
No, I did.
We're doing it intentionally before we leave port.
Yep.
Because I don't know what internet. We have internet, so I did buy the internet package. And we'll be coming to you live from Barcelona still, just to be safe.
Yep.
And then we're going to try to do a live event from the ship a week in on a sea day. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, back to embarkation.
Yeah. So I put also on the screen here the actual live event time slot. So yeah, it's going to be 4 p.m. in Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out the logistics on it. I will be on from home so that this way I can kind of control it while Mark pulls all of his conversations.
I'm just going to be dialing in. I'm going to be dialing in like a Teams meeting.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be on location. You're going to have your headset piece on. But we're still trying to figure out all of the logistics behind it, because there's some meet and greets going on that day. We have received word that a special visitor or two will be on the ship.
Yes.
I don't remember where I actually put that.
In fact, it's going to be at the very end.
I didn't want to do that.
Oh gosh,
sorry
what
about
are
that.
you doing?
I am just going a little crazy here.
For those of you on the TikTok, hey, I'm super excited. We'll drop this link in, as Rocky has mentioned a couple of times. Oh, fantastic. Look at that.
I think this is the one I'm looking for.
You're looking for. I can see it.
Hey, there we go. Oh, it's cut off on our screen. It's not cut off there.
Got a bunch of stuff on there, but
yes. So our very own, well, not our very own, but Carnival's very own president, Christine Duffy, will be on the ship on sail away and staying on for a couple of days, as well as Emerald Lagasse, who is the culinary director of their services and everything going on. So really exciting. They're doing a meet and greet with those individuals. So we have to find out what that timing looks like, of course, to make sure it doesn't line up and conflict with our live stream plans. So we'll see.
And if it does, well, Christine, I know you're watching just like last week. We hope that we'll be able to see you at some point along the first couple of days of sailing.
Absolutely.
And I think Carnival said Emerald will be doing something the first sea day.
Yes.
So there will be a cooking demonstration. Hey, if you are on the Carnival Venezia tip, I don't know if I should share this or not. Once you board, head on over to guest services because those experiences can only be booked online.
Right.
We don't know the pricing. We don't know any of that. Oh, excuse me. On ship.
Yeah. Okay.
On ship, not online.
Yeah.
You can't book them online. You can only book them on ship. And so first place that we'll be heading is Jason was like, I don't need to see Christine Duffy.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's fine.
I do. I'm super excited to meet you, Christine. I can't wait. And so that's Embarkation Day. There's another very special experience that we have booked on Embarkation Day, again because of YouTube. So thank you for the advice and feedback to the community. And what is that other experience?
That is going to Il Viaggio for dinner.
So we have booked one of the very first ever reservations for Il Viaggio, Carnival's newest upcharge specialty Italian restaurant.
Right.
And so it is the Carnival's new price point for upcharge restaurants. So it was $84, which is very much for two people, which is very much in line with the other lines, and I would say even less than some of the other. We mentioned that last week. Right. But some of these, I don't know what I'm going to choose. I literally don't know what I'm going to choose. The one thing I will tell you that I know I will get for sure is the tiramisu.
Oh,
that is the one thing I can promise you, YouTube and TikTok. You will see tiramisu. You'll probably see a lot of tiramisu actually over the next couple of weeks because I plan to get that wherever I can and compare them. Maybe I'll do a tiramisu video comparative. No one is going to care.
Right.
But I will. And so there's just so much food on the Il Viaggio menu.
Yes.
I'm just excited. I literally, look at this menu. I don't know what to try.
Well, Brandy has a recommendation. Oh. She thinks that lamb looks really good. I love lamb, so I'm right there with you, Brandy. This guy, he's kind of picky when it comes to lamb.
So I don't. Yes, if it's super gamey, because y'all know you've probably had some gamey lamb. The best lamb and one of the probably the best bite of food I had in 2022 was, I know that that's not what the theme of this conversation is, but it was on the Celebrity Apex at Eden Restaurant.
Yes.
We did another video, we did another YouTube video about Eden Restaurant where we recorded all of our thoughts, but you had the lamb and it was literally
so good.
I was emotional at how good the food. Anyway,
yes,
not what the topic of today is, but if you are ever sailing on Celebrity, Apex, Edge, Beyond, Ascent, I think that's all of them.
So far, Edge, Apex, Beyond, Ascent. Yep.
That's what I.
Ascent's not out yet, but yes.
Eden Restaurant, highly recommend.
Yep.
Okay. So that is the first day. So the first day, Embarkation, we're going to be tired. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to be tired. We're going to be checking out the ship. We're going to be recording little 1-minute clips so that I can actually send them over stateside. Yeah. Rocky's going to load them up into YouTube, into our YouTube Live, so that we can actually play you very quick 1-minute chunks of the ship, tours, areas of the ship. We'll also include pictures, of course. And so we'll be coming to you live that day. And we'll be coming to you live a little bit later in the sailing as well. Yeah. And then on Monday night, Il Viaggio. Yep. And then we get a sea day.
Yes.
So it turns into our first sea day. That is where we'll likely look at how much fun they are having in that pool on sea day. I think it's going to be chilly.
I think so too.
For a pool, we'll see.
Yep.
Sea day, that's where we'll likely see Emerald. And then the next day, we're already in a port.
Yeah, so you're in Madeira, right? Malaga. I'm sorry.
Malaga.
I'm still channeling Walter. Apparently, you're in Malaga. And Malaga, what are you going to be doing out there?
Y'all would like yes, absolutely. Oh gosh,
sorry about that. There we go.
We are doing the best of Malaga.
Well, the best.
And
Best
so
of the best.
essentially, this is a Carnival shore excursion, as you can see here. It's sold out, unfortunately. So if you're still looking for last minute excursions, the good news is Carnival is great. They are great at adding, most cruise lines are.
Yeah.
We saw this with
Yeah.
Royal as well. They're great with adding additional excursions as excursions sell out.
Right.
And so when you get on the ship, there will likely be other excursions that come along. But this is the best of Malaga. And it's just, we don't usually do a lot of these best of tours because everyone has a different definition for what the best of is. But we've never been, we were like, let's book it through Carnival. We looked at Viator. There's several options through Viator that are still available, but we decided to do this. And it just stops at the major points of interest.
That's okay.
Which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
And Katie, yes, we would love the link to the beer festival. That would be awesome. So the beer festival that's going on in Barcelona while we're there, absolutely would love that.
Yeah.
The price points on excursions, I would say, have definitely gone up across the board. Again, not unreasonable. I don't think. Best of, exactly, Walter. Where's Walter? It says the best of can be a great way to see the cities. I agree, completely agree. And so sometimes if you read the reviews, sometimes they're hit or miss in terms of people, whether or not they feel like they get the value. But I'm excited for Malaga to be able to see.
Do you remember how long you were in Malaga for?
Oh, it's on the stream. I'm certain
is,
here. Malaga 8 to 9.
8 to 9. So
no, I didn't remember how long we were in Malaga for.
So the tour is a 4.5 hour or 4 hour excursion. So you'll still have 5 hours to explore.
8 to 9.
Oh, 8 to 9. I'm sorry. That's
we'll
more than 5 hours.
Yeah,
let me check my math and get back to you.
We'll still have an entire day to explore Malaga.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm super excited for that.
Yep.
And then the next day is another. I mean, it's an intense itinerary. So we go to Gibraltar after this. Where's the map? Okay. Yeah. So Gibraltar is. Can you pull that up actually next? Because I want to show how Gibraltar is. These are all of the stops that we have planned out in Gibraltar. So as you can see, we start at A, we go to B, A to B to C to D to E, F, G, H.
And then I to return.
Gibraltar is going to be a busy day. Yes. We're going to get a lot of steps in.
Yes.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to take that cable car all the way up to the top of the Rock of Gibraltar. I am so excited to be able to say I've been to the Rock of Gibraltar.
Yes, that's so cool.
I still don't know what it is, but I'm super excited to go to the Rock of Gibraltar.
Yeah. So then basically I kind of took all of this and I didn't put the spreadsheet that I created into this presentation.
Rocky created a spreadsheet.
There's a spreadsheet that actually tells you what the walking time is from start to end point of each of these activities and how long you're going to allot for each activity to determine how many activities you can squeeze into the day. So I really have you starting at 8:45 in the morning. I think you arrive in port at 7 and you're there until 3:30.
And we got to be quick.
You get back to the ship at like 3:15.
Good news, we're walking, and so as long as it's not raining, I'm not worried about cabs and stuff like that. Oh, what is this?
So this is the breakdown of what each activity is. So this is all the instructions on walking directions on how to get from place to place.
I have not seen this, but seriously, folks, when I say Rocky will research the heck out of things, I literally put him to work and I said, hey, help map out Gibraltar for me. Can you go back to 10?
Yeah, for sure.
The actual map. So we take the cable car up to the top of the mountain.
Tower. Yep, top of the mountain.
And then we go to...
Then you go to the skywalk. That's the glass bottom thing where you can kind of see out. From there, you go to St. Michael's Cave. From there, you go to that suspension bridge.
I'm so excited about the suspension bridge in Gibraltar.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie.
Super cool. And then from there, you're going to walk over to the Great Siege Tunnels.
Okay.
And then you go, and then you go to there's like a siege exhibition type of a thing over there. From there, you walk down and you actually take part in your tasting. So Spirit of the Rock is going to be that next experience, and that's a gin tasting, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
75 minutes.
So if anyone from the cruise is watching this, they have put together a special event for.
Oh yeah.
Can you make that a bit
Of course.
cooler?
Yeah.
They've put together a special event for the cruise passengers where they've arranged a tasting. They've arranged you can get a cocktail. They've arranged all of this for £20.
That's really reasonable.
That's the
Yeah,
L
the
thing,
L,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
£20.
Gibraltar is UK.
Yep. So you can email them. I literally just emailed them on their website and said, "Hey, we're going to be in Gibraltar for the day. I am super excited to try. It's local.
Yeah.
It's the only distillery there.
So
it's the
cool.
only, and so I'm super excited to taste the local gin.
Yep.
Maybe buy a bottle.
Yeah.
Buy a bottle to bring back to the States and experience Gibraltar
Right.
at its finest.
Right. So again, if you are on this cruise, like Travels R Us, if you're still tuned in, they're doing the Spirit of the Rock tasting for the cruise ship at
1300.
Yeah, 1300.
So
Gibraltar time.
So 1 o'clock, and I'm super excited about this part of the stop. I might we'll see if I get to Moorish Castle, because I think that's what's at
That's next.
Moorish.
Yeah, Moorish.
Moorish.
Yeah.
I think that's right after
It
this,
is.
and so we'll see if I get there. But I am.
If
I'm
not, that's okay.
I'm so excited about this. And by the way,
Yeah.
Spirit of the Rock, the folks at Spirit of the Rock have been amazing.
That's so
I sent
awesome.
them an email, and within minutes, within an hour,
Yeah.
they had already responded and said, "Oh my gosh, we're super looking forward to see you. We put together a special event for cruise ship passengers because the ship's in port that day.
That's awesome.
Here's what the details are." We've emailed back and forth, and just super kind, super I'm super excited to see it.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's really
So
cool.
that's Gibraltar.
That is Gibraltar.
How many days are we in so far?
Yeah, let me pull that
It
back
should
onto
say-
the
it should
stream
say
here.
on the slide
Let
at the
me
top.
move That. There we go. And of course, we can't see it on our
Scroll.
side.
Can
I
you scroll?
can't,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Okay. Well, we're now on to Lisbon.
We are
We're
on
now
to
on to
Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Let's see. That does not tell me either. That is really annoying. Well, what we can do is we can actually look
There
at
you
this
go.
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Lisbon, day
So-
5.
So here we're at. We've embarked. We've had a sea day. We've done Malaga, the best of Gibraltar, where Rocky has mapped out the entire rock of Gibraltar, along with a cool spirits tasting at the Spirit of Gibraltar, Spirit of St. Louis.
Spirit of the Rock.
Spirit of the Rock. Thank you. And then Lisbon, we're doing a walking tour. So my buddy is super excited. He found a walking tour online where it walks you through all of the various spots, and so we're excited to see
Yes.
that.
Yes. And when you're in Portugal, you can't not do a port tasting. That's a requirement.
Yeah, it's a requirement. It is a requirement. Absolutely.
So I'm super jealous.
And so we are doing the Lisbon Winery. It's called the Lisbon Winery. They do a port tasting. Super excited about that and to check it out.
Yeah.
And the walking tour.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk around. Jason has mapped out all of the various stops and exciting things to check out in Lisbon.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right.
Raj, it is a guy's trip. Absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
is.
Super excited for that.
Cool.
So after Lisbon, do I have a sea day yet?
You have a sea day right after Lisbon, actually. That is the day that we are going to do another live stream event.
Thank goodness. So the live stream event will happen 1 week. We're going to share our thoughts at our review of the ship after 1 week on board. And so thank you for putting that in the chat.
Yep. So here is the link. We've already got that posted to our YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. Put yourself on the wait list so that you get notified when it comes up.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So we're going to do that live event. Hopefully we'll see how the internet works.
If anyone has taken a transatlantic, super curious what your experience has been like with internet. Hopefully, if nothing else, Rocky will have a ton of footage that I'm going to be sharing and sending on over. So super excited about that. But we're going to talk about the ships. We're going to talk about the ships. We're going to talk about the thank you. Entertainment, food, drinks, excursions, everything else.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Super excited.
Very nice. All right. So then the next day, we're looking for some advice, aren't we?
Yes.
We are in the Azores, Ponta Delgada.
I have no idea what to do here. We've looked at excursions. There are, I think, 4 excursions that still have spots left.
Okay.
Not very many. And so we're hoping that Carnival will add some additional excursions as we go.
Right. We'll see what happens.
We've also looked at Viator. There are not a ton of great options on Viator, and so we're going to see what that looks like.
Very cool.
Thank you. Thanks for moderating the chat. Rocky's over here moderating the chat. It's fantastic. It's we love live. It's fun. This is actually super fun.
It is.
So Ponta Delgada, we're there for a while. If you have suggestions, it would be great to know. It would be great to know if you have suggestions.
Yeah.
Shore Excursions group, they have a lot of great tours. That's a great tip.
There you go.
That's a great tip.
Walter.
And Ponta Delgada, can you pull up the full itinerary? Because I forget how long we're there. Ponta Delgada, where are we?
It's going to be day 7, so you're there from 10:30 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Okay, so we've got plenty of time. If we book something,
Yep.
I'm not as worried about getting back to the ship.
Right.
Return to ship guarantee. Yep, similar to cruise lines. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Fruit Boy, we have been sailing together since 2017.
Yep.
Well, that was your first cruise.
That was
your first cruise.
Yeah.
Not my first cruise. Mine was 2014.
Correct.
But then when did we take our first cruise together?
2017.
Oh,
December.
2017, December. That was the 9-day.
Yeah.
That was the 9-day cruise where Rocky missed his flight. Pro
tip: don't fly in day of cruise.
Do not fly in day of cruise. We've always said that. Rocky decided I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that.
Right.
We actually, Fruit Boy, in the chat, we met in Phoenix, here in Phoenix, Arizona, where we are based. And so not a ton of water here.
No, not really.
I don't even know what. Yeah, go ahead. Time out. I don't know.
Okay.
We're learning.
We're gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay. Next up,
you've got a lot of stuff going on this next day. Are you ready for it?
So this is why we want to make sure. Why for Azores we were thinking about booking directly through Carnival. But Walter, that's a great tip in terms of guarantee back to the ship, because we do not want to be late getting back to the ship in the Azores, because as you can see on this screen, we have a whole lot of sea days coming up.
Yes.
After.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, we just got a message
1,
on
2, 3,
yes,
4, 5, 6.
Right. We got a message on the TikTok real quick from Demi11. Next cruise is going to be on Memorial Day. I didn't see it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Memorial Day.
Yep.
That is
the next. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the
Carnival
Carnival Venezia.
Carnival Venezia. And then if you come back here, the next one after that.
Where are you going to be? Do you remember?
No, the next cruise after that.
The next cruise after that.
Venezia.
That's going to be my birthday cruise. That's going to be in July. It's going to be July 1st, actually. On the Carnival Panorama, doing the Mexican Riviera out of Long Beach.
Yes, absolutely. Where's Walter? Drop a link to Shore Excursions group. Please do feel free to share that.
Yeah, you can drop it onto the chat right now. That'd be great.
If it's enabled. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah, it should be able to.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So then after this, we go to Halifax.
Yes.
We're in Halifax, Canada.
Yes.
We're there for the day. We've, again, not booked anything here in Halifax.
No.
We've got some friends we've met on actually the Celebrity Apex. We have some friends that we've picked their brain in terms of things to do. They are going to be ironically traveling.
Yep. They won't be there.
So that's a bummer, but Halifax before one final sea day.
Yes.
And then
New York City.
We're back in New York City.
It's not that one. There we go.
And so in New York, we're going to pick up a show. We're going to pick up something called Kimberly Akimbo. It is in the running for the Tonys this year. We're going to check out theaters. We're going to check out the 9/11 Memorial. There's going to be a variety of things, touristy things that we do while we're in New York. We're only there for the night or the day, excuse me, and then we fly home on the next day.
Yep.
So that is the epic journey that we are on for this cruise life.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know either. Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and return back
Fantastic.
here. There we go.
Look at that.
Oh, that's what it was.
Okay.
It was my timekeeping.
Okay. Fantastic. Oh yes. So the last thing that I'll just mention, and then we'll talk about the ship a little bit, is Rocky put together a beautiful app, custom app in Excel that allows me to see when and where I am in the world and what time it is.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
let's
one's
go ahead.
really a good one.
Let's go ahead. Good times. We'll be able to see where in the world we are, what time it is, and then what time it is back here in Phoenix.
Right.
So as I'm creating content, as I'm uploading stuff, as I'm trying to schedule stuff, I know depending on where in the world I am, what time it is. And so we'll be able to connect. So if it's 4 a.m. here, which it likely will be, I'll know that Rocky's asleep, and
that's why I'm not answering my phone.
Yeah, exactly. So that will help. Plus, we'll have internet, so the internet will be able to search to see what time it is throughout the week as well. But having that little app right here on my phone is going to be super helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. So that takes us through a tour of all of your days.
That's 15 days. 15. Well, actually, more than 15 days.
Yeah.
It's essentially 3 weeks that will be going, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Mail truck, yes, Rocky made that in Excel. It is a handy dandy tool that allows me to very quickly see where I am and what time it is, and where in the world, what time it is here in Phoenix.
Yes.
So the ship. Last thing that we'll talk about real quick today, in the last little bit together, is Carnival Venezia, newest ship to the Carnival fleet. She is literally her very first inaugural sailing, so we are super excited about that. And we can't wait to be able to experience what Carnival has put together for this new ship.
Yeah.
And so the new venues, the new bars, the new restaurants, Tomadero.
Yep. Tomodoro Mex-Italian Fusion.
Italian, which is where Blue Iguana is. You have an image of that? Tomodoro. This is the place where you can get meatballs on your burrito. So really excited for that.
Move everything off the screen there.
Oh my goodness. In addition, you've got the Guy's Burger rebrand, the Italian style Guy's Burger. So you're going to have pizza burgers, which that's probably going to be one of the first stops that I make, is trying the pizza burger. Look at how beautiful the new Guy's Burger rebrand for the Italian style cruise looks. We've also got Blue Iguana in a new spot, or not Blue Iguana.
No,
Java Blue.
Yep.
It's a blue. Yep. There's a blue in there. We've got Java Blue in a new spot right on Lido, which is super cool.
That's definitely not Java Blue.
That's the atrium.
There's Java Blue.
Java Blue, which has the first Gelateria.
Yeah, Gelateria.
Right. I don't know if that's what it's called. It'll have the first gelato stand on the fleet, so super excited for that. And that's right there on Lido.
Yes. Mail truck. The food, amazing. Really good food on the ship. Obviously, we don't know yet how the food is going to be on the Venezia because this is her inaugural sailing, but I'm sure if it's anything like the other cruise ships we've been on, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we're super excited to enjoy the food.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing on the ship, the most seeing on the ship? Probably that atrium. Probably the when you walk into that atrium and you've got you've got the marble pillars, you've got the feathers on the bar that Christine made a point to talk about. You've got just this unbelievable, unlike anything that we've seen cruising. And just I want to see how this actually looks and how it comes to life. Now we've seen some. John Heald has shared, Carnival's brand ambassador has shared some examples of, or has shared some videos, but to actually see it in person, to come to life with people and fellow cruisers and crew and people milling about, I'm super excited to see what that will look like.
Yeah, really cool. I'm hoping that that's one of your 1-minute snippets that you record.
It should absolutely be. Yes, it's like an adult Carnival ship. It definitely looks like a grown-up version of a Carnival ship. In terms of dialing into the show, we'll be live on YouTube. We likely will not be live on TikTok for that one.
Probably not.
Sorry, TikTok, but join us over on YouTube. It's This Cruise Life.
Yeah. Mail Truck actually had a really good question. They said that they're still nervous about going on a cruise, but they're saving for it. We talked about this on our last broadcast, I believe, about just kind of the nerves that are going into going on a cruise. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. It's quite a commitment because you're going to be at sea and maybe something you've never experienced before. But it is such a wonderful experience. It is so much fun. There's plenty of things to do to keep you busy throughout the entire sailing. There's really cool ports that you get to visit and see things that you would not normally get to see.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And there's a cruise line for everyone. There's a cruise line for every budget. There's a cruise line for every style. There's a cruise line for every experience. Truly a big believer of that.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Mail Truck.
Thank you, Mail Truck. Anything else about the ship that I forgot to mention?
I don't think so. I'm just going to put it up on the screen one more time, and that is our live event that's coming to you all next. Not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. It's Memorial Day Monday. It's a little bit early because of the time change. Where we are located here in Phoenix, we are in Pacific time, so it'll be 7 a.m. versus Barcelona time will be 4 p.m. So got to get up early. I know it's a holiday, but it's gonna be fun, and we're really looking forward to that broadcast. And thank you, Where's Walter, for your response to Mail Truck's question. Yes, those larger ships definitely have a lot more stabilization to them, which makes it a lot better of an experience.
Yes, and then we will see some of you in the chat here in a week's time, a little over a week's time, on the Venezia, the Inaugural, and then Where's Walter? We'll see you in November on Valiant Lady, if not before. Yeah. So we're excited for that.
And then we've got our friends. I don't know if they've joined us yet, but we've got our friends over at JNS Adventures. They're hopping onto the Carnival Celebration tomorrow.
Yes.
Really excited for them. So JNS, if you're on, hey, have so much fun tomorrow. We're super jealous. Wish we were there with you. You're gonna have a blast.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, that is our epic Barcelona Carnival Venezia transatlantic inaugural cruise adventure. We are super excited to share a whole lot more with you in the coming several weeks.
Yeah.
Literally the next 3 weeks, we're going to be sharing more content and sharing information with you. If you have questions, if you have things that you want to, if you have things that you want to see, if there are questions you have about the ship, literally drop us a note. If you go to our website, we've got all of our contact information. Mm-hmm. We've got all of the ways that you can reach out to us. Mm-hmm. And so if you have questions, or if you, like, again, as I mentioned, we've had so many notes on Twitter, of all places, of people saying, hey, what about this room? I've booked this room, but I got an upgrade offer to this room. What do you think? What's your advice? And so if you have questions, do let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple more questions that are coming through that I just want to point out. On TikTok, we got a question. Will they work on your payments if you miss the payment deadline? We sail the Vista. No, I don't think so. You want to make sure that you get those payments in on time so that they don't cancel your room and give it to someone else. So make sure that you are paying attention to your timelines and get that payment submitted as it's required. This is also a really cool message that we got from James. So thanks for all the info on Barcelona and the Carnival Venezia. We'll be doing a family cruise in Venezia in December, and then in the Mediterranean in April. Looking forward to the updates. Thank you so much for tuning in, James. It's been a pleasure. We are so excited to bring more content to you and to the rest of the world that's looking forward to this information. Brandy, thank you so much for tuning in. We are looking forward to it. Hopefully it will be safe travels.
knock on all the wood.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah,
no donations at this time, but we always welcome them into the channel to make our cruise dreams come true. Right. Thank you everyone truly for joining in, for supporting us, for being on this journey with us. The YouTube community, the TikTok community, the Twitter community, the cruise community just in general is just an amazing community. And I'm just so thankful that we get to enjoy this cruise life with you.
Yes.
And we'll continue to bring you lots more information as we go here, I think, out to the Carnival Venezia.
Yep. Here we go.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Have
a great rest of your weekend.
And
we'll see you in a week on the ship.
There you go. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.